All right then. So now what we have to do is we are going to close this, and I'm going to clean up this complete code, and I'm going to clean up this complete code. Then I'm going to clean up this entire code. Yes. And here we are going to bring this as a profile called UI. Then let's link dot slash assets css styles dot css. Then let's bring this scripts over here, src dot slash assets js main dot js. Save these things. So let's search for profile called designs or something. Click the images, and there you can find lots of images designs, and in this case we are going to use this design, which means, so this is the initial UI, the front page, and this is the back page, right? When I click this needs to pop up. When I click this, I need to bring it back over here, right? This is the design that we are trying to achieve over here. So to do this, first let's bring up the front design. So let's fix those things and everything. So for that we need a picture. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the picture Pixabay. I'm gonna get the image from the pixabay.com, which is royalty free completely. Then over here I'm going to search for portraits, and then in this case I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so I'm going to right click and copy the image address, so I don't have to download and use it inside. I can simply copy the image address and I can directly use it in it. So the most important thing is how to wireframe it. So basically this is all about, this is the one entire card section. Inside the card we have front and back section, right? So let's do that. So dot card, and we have the front section and we have the back section. Oops. We have the back section. So in the front section I'm just going to keep it as a dot front, and in the back section I'm going to keep it as a dot back. All right, save these changes. Now over here inside the front section, what are the things we have? We have the this top content over here, and we have one bottom. So what we can do is, so to keep it simple, I'm going to bring this image, and I'm going to load this image through this division, like using the style attribute, right? But you have to be very careful. If this image is dynamically going to change in the future project and all those things, you should not keep it inside the div. So unless if you're using a React or anything frameworks, manipulating those things, it's really easy, right? So for this example, to keep it simple, to don't make it more complex, keeping multiple things as an absolute positions and all those things, I don't want to feel you more complexity. So to keep it in that way simple and clear, I'm going to load that image over here, right? Then we can bring up one complete this we can fix this entire height and width, and we can arrange these two divisions over here. So for here we need to bring the dot content, and we need to bring the button, these two things. All right, so let's load this. Okay, let's fix the front height and width. Let's run this project first, open it in the live server, and here we go. So far nothing. And inside the styles, what we are going to do as usual, star margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box, and save the changes. And for this body tag, width of course it's going to be 100 bw, height of course it's going to be 100 bh, and of course everything is going to be in the center. Display flex, align item center, and justify the content in the center. And the flex direction, of course it's going to be the column direction. All right, so now I'm gonna get this card. For this card, open it. I'm gonna fix the width. Width of course it's going to be 325 pixels. Height of course it's going to be 500 pixels, and border radius it's going to be 10 pixels, and overflow it's going to be hidden, because none of the images or content should not come outside of the section. All right, Then box shadow, it's going to be 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 10 pixels, RGBA 0.2. Save these changes. It looks like this, looking good. Now inside this card, what we are going to do is I'm going to bring this front section card. Inside the card we have this front section, front. So this front section should take the complete width, right? So width, of course, it's going to be 100%. Height, of course, it's going to be the 100%. Save these changes. Now I need to load the CSS, the images from here. So what I'm going to do is either I can load the image directly from here, or I can load that image directly from there. In this case, I'm going to load it from here, background, using the URL property dot slash or double dot slash image, not logo. Okay, it's not coming from local, it is coming from this link, right? And it should not repeat this image, so no repeat URL. Okay, this no repeat should be outside this bracket, no repeat. Save these changes. Now the image is being loaded there. Then the background position of the image, it should be in the center, and the background size of the image should cover the entire section, just like that. So now we have that image, right? So on the top of this image, I need to bring the what is that? I need to bring that the content and everything. So of course it's going to be display flex, align items in the center, but the justify content should be space between, and the flex direction should be in the column. Say this changes. The reason why I'm keeping this, because we need the name over here and we need the button over here. So now let's go to the index.html. So here I need to bring the dot content, and here I need to bring a paragraph, and I'm going to type my name, and inside this paragraph I'm going to have a span tag, and I'm going to type my profession, content creator. Say this changes. Now I have the name and everything over here. So now I have to target this content section. Let's go to the content section. Inside this card dot friend and dot content, this should take the width of that box 100%. Say this changes. Now it's taking the 100%, and the padding, I need to increase the padding. So by increasing the padding, like top and bottom 10 pixels, left and right 12 pixels, something like this, I think this is more than enough. And inside this content we have the paragraph tag. Let's go ahead and write the styles for the paragraph tag. Font size, it's going to be 24 pixels or something. All right, then color of this is going to be hash f1 f1 f1. Say this changes, something like that. And okay, so name everything. Okay, content creator, spelling wrong, content creator. Then inside this paragraph tag we do have the span tag, right? So the span tag should take the complete line, so I'm just going to say display it as the block. Save these changes, something like this. Then the font size of it is going to be 16 pixels, something like this. All right, so but the letter spacing should be increased. So for this paragraph, letter spacing, it's going to be 1.5 pixels. And for the content, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to say it as 1 pixel, something like this. All right, and the text align should be in the center. Okay, it's going over at the end, so I'm going to keep it as the end. Okay, and for this paragraph 2, I'm going to change this to end, something like this. Look at that. How cool is this, right? So now we have the name section exactly where we wanted it. And now what we have to do, we have to bring the button. So right after here, I'm going to bring a button of type button, and I'm going to say view profile. Save these changes. Now I have the button where I wanted it. but I'm going to keep this in this button inside a division. So div dot button, let's say dot btn profile or something. Inside here, I'm going to keep that button. So copy this, and I'm going to the styles.css, then dot card dot friend dot button profile. Width, of course, it's going to be 100%, and display, of course, it's going to be flex. Align item, it's going to be center, and justify content is going to be flex end. So the button will be at the end. Then I'm going to increase the padding as 10 pixels top and bottom, 12 pixels left and right, something like this. If you want to increase, make it 20, something like this, and make this as 24. All right, so do the same thing for that name sections also. Double it. All right, I think on the top, let's keep it as 12. Okay, that's looking very much better now. All right, so for this button, inside this button profile, we do have the button, right? So button, for this button, what I'm going to do, padding, let's increase the padding top and bottom 10 pixels left and right, like 24 pixels or something. Say this changes to something like that. If you feel it like a little bit bigger, so reduce it completely, like 16, 18, 16 combinations. All right, that's looking better. Then border, of course, I don't need any border. So border, of course, it's going to be none. And I don't need any outline while clicking also. So outline. And the border radius, of course, we are going to reduce these pointy edges. Like let's make it as 10 pixels something. If you feel it as 10 pixels, it's too much. Reduce it to 8 pixels or something. If you wish to keep it in that way, in this case, I'm going to make it 100%, something like this. Oops, that is too much. Let's say 100 pixels, something like this. Okay, so then what we are going to do is inside this, the color, text color, of course, it's going to be hash 999. That is too gray. I'm going to make it as a white, something like this, D7, something like this. And I'm going to make it as the background as a transparent, and backdrop filter, I'm going to blur the position, whatever it's dropping behind that button, like 20 pixels. All right, so now it is a little bit blurred over there, and I need to bring the border 1 pixel solid RGBA this color. Okay, if it is not coming, then change the color to 255 to 255, which is the white color. You can see it over there. Then cursor pointer, and while hovering that button, I need to change this color to the border color. So on hover of that button, I'm going to copy this color code, and I'm going to use it for the background whenever I'm hovering it. Say this changes. Now if I hover it, we can see that color over here. Looking good, right? So now the front section is completely done. Now we have to go and design the back part. So that's what we are going to design next.